While everybody else is still waiting to kick off their summer splits, the best region on the planet, yes, we're talking about the LPL, is already well into week number 2. And we're still waiting for some debuts for some of the top teams, the defending champions, defending LPL champions, and week 2 on the Tuesday, starting off with some bangers. First on the docket, you have those defending world champions FPX matching up opposite LNG, who most people had at the very bottom of the power rankings, even behind Victory 5, who, by the way, have already picked up 2 wins. And game 1, you had a little flashover from Khan on the Renekton as FPX were playing this just terrifying poke/pick comp with the Nidalee, Jace, and LWX on the Ezreal with the Leona for picks. And just look at it. You're at half health, and then all of a sudden you get chunked by a Jace Shock Blast and an Ezreal ulti, and bang, boom, bop, you are dead. FPX also grabbed the Baron. It's even in kills now, but the gold lead still heavily in the favor of FPX, almost 6k as they grab another kill onto Light. The Mordekaiser can only run away as he gets chased down. A couple of more kills, go over to FPX, 3 Mountain Dragons to their name, then hovering around the Baron, you see the absolute menace that DoinB is on that Jace. First, he goes range to take everybody down, then flashes over to dunk them with the hammer, as now with the Baron buff, 7-3 in kills, knocking on LNG's base, and LWX pretty much untouched for the majority of this fight as he lands the True Shot Barrage, and the rest of LNG are really just left to flee away from all of the action, and there's even one more fight. They do survive. LNG does hold on, at least for a couple more minutes, but DoinB grabs onto Mordekaiser, another kill, and really it's just kind of running away for LNG a lot of these fights. There's no real way to engage on this comp by FPX because it is so long range, but it almost looks like LNG is going to win this fight. It only ends up being Khan and Crisp who do survive, as that is a support Karma left to do everything, but it's actually close. The ending, it does end up being the Renekton slicing and dicing away, getting the last and final auto attack onto the Nexus. We roll into game 2. We get the Wukong in the top lane, misfortune for LWX, and DoinB grabs the Sylas, but the early game was all about Maple on that Galio pick as we get this first big skirmish around the Dragon Pit. Light grabs the first kill on the Aphelios, and then it's dunk time, or smash time, I guess is more appropriate for the Galio. He lands the taunt after the flash. The fadeaway Winds of War for a triple kill to get things started on that Galio. Now, he's 6-0, 7-0, and we're still at 12 minutes, and we are talking about a legendary Galio. Pre-13 minutes, absolutely insane play out of Maple on a pick that DoinB has been known for over the last few years, and it really got out of hand from there when you have the Galio, Morello, Zhonya's, and the Protobelt one-shotting people, or one-comboing them at the very least. Just look how far behind everybody is in FPX in terms of items. They have absolutely no chance in any of these team fights. LNG putting up a solid showing. Now they have an Infernal Soul. They're fighting over the Baron. It's a desperation contest out of FPX. They give up this Baron. They basically lose the game, so they decide to fight, and in doing so, well, you lose the game because Chenlun on the Wukong eradicates the backline. Everybody is dying. The Ornn survives. Khan can run away and flash over. Sure, that's fine. You can live to tell the tale of your teammates and how they got obliterated in Game 2 at the hands of LNG. So we go to the third and decisive match on the Rift. Tian gets his Graves. This time Khan is on the Wukong. The DoinB train would get his Galio back in this matchup as the Nautilus goes into the bottom lane. The Zoe for Maple, and check out these flashes. Level 1, XX is anticipating a flash. It doesn't come, and then Khan does it. Oh, after he's already dead. 2 terrible flashes, but it is still first blood over to LNG. And now, battle in the bottom lane, 5-2 now, as the True Shot Barrage misses all 3 members of LNG. That is impressive. The TPs are coming around every which way, but DoinB has to ulti out of the fight just to survive, but the rest of his squad doesn't quite get the memo as Khan goes in That's another kill onto LWX. Nobody told him that they were getting out. 3 blinking health bars for FPX and LNG. The Sleepy Trouble bubble lands. They clean up all 3 of them. It is an ace at 14 minutes. LNG obliterate that fight. Maple on the Zoe this time showing up, but Doinby shows what you can do as a playmaking character like Galio as he gets the taunt in. It's a kill onto Maple. He does go down. Another kill to kind of get FPX back into the game. Doinby does fall, but the aggressive chase in onto Light. Khan grabs the kill onto the Aphelios. Okay, FPX kind of back into this game, but now check out the Silas in the top lane for Chenlun. He just is on the backside. There's really nothing for the Leona to do. He cleans up another one that's the Nautilus he cleans up, and then the back line. The healing's too much. Silas is too insane a champion. He cannot get taken down. 4 kills end up going over to LNG. 17-11 now, and that is a Cloud Soul battling over the Elder now, and things are not looking so good for FPX because LWX decided to Arcane Shift into the Baron Pit. He had great positioning on the outside of the wall to kind of play pickoff duty. Who knows if that actually would have made a difference, but it ends up being an ace, and then it's the desperation TP flank out of Khan. You know, that play probably works if FPX isn't behind, 10,000 gold and a Dragon Soul as well. But the flank kind of works out. Well, it kind of doesn't work out at all, actually. They end up getting aced as Doinby goes for the TP play to close it out. LNG complete the upset. FPX come up short in their first game of the summer split. The defending world champions. And LNG, give them credit. They look good. Not the best series or best day for LWX or Tien, but give the credit to LNG. They played well. They deserved the series win. It's one game for FPX. We're not going to quite be panicking yet. The boys, the defending champs, they'll probably bounce back. Second match of the day, you had TES. 2 big teams making their debuts opposite of Rogue Warrior, and no Jackie Love in this series. He's dealing with some minor health issues. He messaged that he's out in the hospital, but nothing to be majorly concerned about. He's not sitting out the summer split or anything. He will be back next week. But Chocho got the start at AD carry. Yes, the substitute support for TES. He did used to play AD carry, but a role swap going on for TES, and the early game still going in their favor. Karsa on the Lee Sin. Big scaling comp with the Aphelios and the Azir for Rogue Warriors, but TES has Knight. Although Rogue Warriors just sneaking a Baron there, that's just things that Azir and Aphelios can do. Really no contest out of TES. Now the Baron is respawned. We're fighting around it. It is sole point for Rogue Warriors as they catch out Yuyangia, but Karsa has a nice kick into the Wombo combo of aka the damage of Knight on that Kassadin, but a couple of picks got Rogue Warriors an inhibitor, and they looked like, okay, maybe they want to close out the game, but they got a little bit too hypey. Ruby goes a little bit too deep on the Fed Azir. He's going to get caught out, and 369 just chops everybody down on the Aatrox, but it was more picks over to Rogue Warriors. Now 3 members of TES alive, and they're just going for the Nexus. They're going to end the game against the Midseason Cup champions. One auto attack away. Can we get it? Can we get it? No! He respawns from the GA and immediately gets taken down. It's a triple kill over tonight to save the game for top eSports. Now it's Rogue Warriors catching out Yuyangia, but that's a one-man Bard ulti on the Thresh. That's just not going to cut it, as wait for the damage for TES. Knight is on the backside, picking off the Ornn. He gets obliterated. This is a level 16 Kassadin, ladies and gentlemen, in the late game. Yeah, that's another triple kill over tonight to clean up the fight. One auto attack away were Rogue Warriors from taking game 1, but then the fight goes completely over to TES. It is an ace on their side. They run it back, turn it around to take their first game in the summer split. Knight finishes with 11 kills on that Kassadin pick. We roll into game 2. Jewuji with the Lucian in the bot lane, something we haven't seen much of in 2020. Chocho gets the Ezreal and the Diana pick for Knight, but it's all about the level 1s. We're battling, we're scrapping over the red buff. It ends up smiting, going over to Karsa, and a level 2 Jarvan with red buff versus a level 1 Trundle. Those are not very good odds, as First Blood goes over to TES, and they were playing all-out aggression in the early game. They're diving bot lane. Knight is going deep on this Diana, but the rest of the Rogue Warrior squad was there and ready for the dive. You see how early it is. It's only one turret plating that has gone down. As the TPs come in, the Wukong's there to clean up one of these kills, and that's one kill going over, but you see how excited Knight got. Look how cocky he's getting. In between two turrets on Ruby, forcing the recall, and then here comes your boy Crazy on the Wukong. Knight, my man, a little bit too arrogant, a little bit too confident in his abilities. As the chains do land, he ends up not only getting killed for it, but his boy, his compadre in Karsa is also going to get caught out that's Yuyanji on the Leona, who's going to go down. Now 6-7. That kind of got Rogue Warriors back in the game for a little bit as the flash into the backline from the Wukong forces the stopwatch, but he's stuck in the Cataclysm. And by the way, Jewuji can't do anything in this fight because he got ultied by 369. Completely zoned him from that fight. There was just no AD carry for Rogue Warriors. An ace as the cat gets dunked by that Mordekaiser. And that was really what got things rolling in the favor of Knight. He got incredibly fed on the Diana, as I'm calling that a solo kill onto Ruby. Now the Trundle is trapped in the Cataclysm, and the turret is still surviving on the top side, but Karsa and Knight say, you know what? Why don't we grab this troll and get the tower as well? Perfect tower aggro juggling, then they just kill the turret. The synergy from those two on point as Knight is getting disgustingly fed. Now the 3 items on the Diana. He's immediately blowing up Ruby before he really even has a chance to distortion away, as True Shot Barrage says hello from Chocho. Everybody is just left to run, and Jewuji comes with the cat, but you are late to the party, my man. This cat did not come back the very next day because she was dead, as was the person she was latched onto in the Lucian. 22 kills to 11 now, as Yudang's getting completely blown up. That's the tank for Rogue Warriors getting obliterated. That is a Magi's. Does anyone buy more Soul Stealers than Knight does on TES as he reaches double digits again? 13 kills, make it 14 as he picks up the monkey. Chocho starting for Jackie Love. I mean, it's not even his main role. He performed well enough. Impressive that Top able to 2-0 with a substitute AD carry. Yes, they probably should have lost game 1, but back-to-back MVPs for Knight, deservedly so. Double-digit kills in both of those. TES still look like the team to beat in the LPL for 2020 summer, especially with FPX faltering in their first matchup.